When I got it, like I say, it was a very short wheelbase car, and it didn't handle very good. You know, it was pretty squirrely. So we made it longer and set the driver further back, and it straightened it right out.
Mark Christmas next. 145 miles an hour, the fastest single-engine time of the meet.
Art aumentou a potência de seu Ford V8 com 4 carburadores que melhoravam o fornecimento de combustível. Mas a velocidade era limitada pelos pneus. A tecnologia dos anos 50 impedia que fossem maiores e gerassem mais tração.
We run 140 miles an hour with tires that are 5 inches wide, you know. And now they're, 3 times that wide.
Na busca pela velocidade, os pilotos dos anos 50 experimentaram um combustível para foguetes chamado nitrometano. Ele foi tão eficiente que é usado até hoje. O nitrometano precisa de apenas 1/10 do oxigênio usado pela gasolina para explodir. Assim, os carros podem usar mais combustível e gerar mais potência.
We run nitromethane, which back in those days we run straight nitro to get all the power it could, you know. The more fuel you put in it, the faster it ran until it didn't like it anymore, and then it blew the crank out.
Usando o nitro, os dragsters atingiam velocidades próximas a 272 km por hora. Para as autoridades, algo tão veloz não podia ser seguro. E em 1957, a Associação Nacional de Hot Rods proibiu o nitro. Os dragsters teriam que usar gasolina comum. Os pilotos procuraram novas fontes de potência, como motores múltiplos. Tommy Ivo construiu este dragster de 2 motores em 1959 e tornou-se o primeiro a percorrer 400 metros em menos de 8 segundos usando gasolina.
Good grief. I ran 180 miles an hour in this thing. I guess it proves when you're younger you're fearless, huh? Now this was really unusual. As you can see, the engines are tilted. There's only one drive shaft in the car, so we transferred the horsepower from that motor to that motor through the ring gears and then used one clutch to run it out the back. So we had to rig this motor up so it ran backwards and the other one ran forward like it was supposed to, so it could mesh the ring gears together.
Os 2 motores funcionaram tão bem que em 1960 Tommy Ivo decidiu tentar 4 deles. Mas o peso adicional deixou o carro pesado demais para bater recordes. Além disso, por ter tração nas 4 rodas, o carro precisava de pneus pesados na frente e atrás, gerando tração e fumaça extras.
You'd step on the gas, the front tires would start smoking and come rolling back across the car. And it was odd because, just for about 50, 100 feet, you couldn't see quite where you was going. So there was a lot of looking till the wind would probably carry the smoke away so that you could see where you were going.
O fim dos anos 50 e início dos 60 foram a era de ouro da experimentação na corrida de dragsters. Mas, com frequência, o preço era terrível. Os projetistas de dragsters do fim dos anos 50 e início dos 60 tentaram praticamente tudo. Motores múltiplos. Combustível de foguete. E até motores de avião, embora tenham se mostrado muito pesados. Também havia a questão de onde se colocar o piloto. O lugar favorito era sobre o eixo traseiro para depositar o peso sobre os pneus de trás. Este desenho é chamado de estilingue.
The main thing is getting the traction, and you didn't have the traction until you start setting behind the rear end. You set behind the rear end, set lower, you got a lot more traction.
Then Tommy Ivo makes a spectacular run, looking very much like a rocket shot up the Cape. Time 185 miles an hour.
You just kind of got used to the slingshot idea of having your legs draped across the rear end here. You'd have the throttle, of course, that you would push to open. You'd have the clutch to work. Of course, the parachute, you'd push that out first, and then your hand would just move over to the brake and pull it on down. Because things happen so fast when you're running 180 miles an hour and you've got a quarter of a mile to stop that you didn't make any wasted motions.
O estilingue mostrou-se perigoso. Com o motorista sentado logo atrás de um bloco cada vez mais instável, o motor podia explodir, literalmente, no rosto do piloto, o que muitas vezes ocorria. Além disso, experiências com carrocerias mais leves e motores mais potentes fizeram muitos carros capotarem, e dezenas de pilotos morreram.
I think there was a lot of cars out there that were way too light. There's a lot of guys that built lightweight cars that aren't around anymore. And I always had a heavy car, and I never did crash one.
Depois que o nitrometano voltou a ser permitido em 1963, o formato do dragster moderno começou a se tornar padrão. Os pilotos precisavam de apenas um motor a nitro, o que tornou os dragsters mais estreitos e leves. A maioria ainda era estilingue. Com esta combinação, em 1964, Don Garlits tornou-se o primeiro homem a atingir 320 km por hora neste carro.
This car here was powered by a supercharged Chrysler engine. It developed at that time approximately 1,500 horsepower. By today's standards, very simple technology. This is the same basic engine you would have probably had in your passenger car. If you had had a Chrysler Imperial, it's a Chrysler V8, 392 cubic inches as produced from the factory. And at this time, they used most of the basic components of the original Chrysler engine. The big change was the addition of the supercharger in place of the carburetors that would have been on a stock car.
Mas enquanto o dragster era aprimorado, um novo tipo de carro de arrancada estava surgindo. Em meados dos anos 60, os projetistas começaram a pegar carros de fábrica e deslocar as rodas cerca de 30 centímetros para a frente, transferindo o peso para trás.
They inched the rear wheels forward a few inches, then the front wheels forward a few inches. Pretty soon someone looked at them and says, that really looks funny, and the name Funny Car came about. This car is a little 62 Chevy 2, which was basically an economy car. Initially they came with 4 cylinders and 6 cylinders. And the back wheel was originally back in this area and shoved it forward, took the front wheels, just like you see here, which were originally back in this area, shoved it forward, which gave the weight transfer. You got all the traction on the back. And as you see, it's no longer capable of keeping the engine under the hood. You have the Hilborn injector stacks on a big block Chevrolet, and what had been an economy car was now capable of running the quarter mile at over 150 miles an hour in just a little more than 9 seconds.
Os Funny Cars fizeram sucesso entre os fãs, pois pareciam carros de passeio comuns. Mas embaixo do capô tinham potência o bastante para desafiar os dragsters mais rápidos.
This is a 1971 Dodge Challenger. When it's up, you see the sophisticated race car. They have the fuel tank up in the nose. The nitromethane alcohol mixture goes into the fuel pump, then up to the fuel injector hat at the top of the supercharger. And this is all mounted on an iron block 426 Chrysler. This car was capable of probably 215 to 220 miles an hour in the quarter, which is obviously a great progression from the little Chevy 2 that was barely over 150 miles an hour.
Embora corressem em categorias diferentes, os Funny Cars começaram a fazer tempos quase tão rápidos quanto os dragsters abertos. O desenho do Dragster é mais leve e deixa o motor com maior poder de aceleração. Mas a carroceria aerodinâmica do Funny Car e o centro de gravidade mais baixo quase compensam a diferença. O Dragster aberto continuou dominando as pistas e avanços na potência, pneus e desenho da lataria aumentaram ainda mais as velocidades. Eles quebraram a barreira dos 400 km por hora em 1975, cobrindo os 400 metros em 5 segundos e meio. A barreira dos 480 caiu em 1992.
What we have here is the first drag racing vehicle to exceed 300 miles an hour in the quarter mile. Virtually everything in the car has just been stepped up a notch. This supercharger right here is much larger. This is basically what they call a 1471 supercharger. 2 huge magnetos to keep this fuel mixture lit. Everything has just gotten bigger and stronger, and it's just a game of more.
Hoje, os dragsters podem atingir 528 km por hora, percorrendo os 400 metros em 4 segundos e meio. A distância entre as rodas chegou a 7,5 metros. Aerofólios gigantes aumentam a aderência e os motores passaram para trás do piloto, aprimorando a tração e a segurança.